Okay, so let me start from the beginning. So today we will going to draw the isometric projection of the circle. So the circle diameter is given 50 millimeter, and there are many methods are there to draw this. The simple method is 4 center method. That's what we will follow. First, you draw a circle of diameter 50 millimeter or radius 25 millimeter. Draw the circle. And here to draw the isometric position of the circle, we need to enclose the circle within the box here also. So how to enclose it? From this point, you draw a horizontal projector on either side or draw a tangent like this. Similarly, from this point, you draw a vertical projector on either side. From this point, you draw a horizontal projector on either side. And from this point, you draw a vertical projector on either side. Wherever this horizontal vertical projector meets, okay, so you will going to get a square or the box like this. For the circle, you will going to get a square only, and you name it for your reference. I'll call this outer square as the ABCD, and these points as the, okay, no need to call this, just as a circle, 4 points it is touching that, so you can call that as 1 2 3 4 or 3 4 5 6, whatever it is. So this is the initial the step that you have to complete before starting the isometric projection. Now, as usual, you are familiar with many examples we have discussed yesterday. You draw the horizontal line, and then you take any one of the point. Here I'm taking the point B as my reference, and draw the 30-degree line on either side. After this, you take this AB and BC distance. It is same. It is 50 millimeter. You take the isometric scale of this 50 millimeter. From B as the center, you cut this 30-degree line right side, and the same dimension you cut it on the left side 30-degree line also. You call the corresponding point as the A and this point as the C. Now to get the point D, to complete this, from point A you draw the parallel line to BC, or else draw 30-degree line like this. From point C you draw a parallel line to AB, or else you draw a 30-degree line. So next, the intersection of these two lines you will going to get D point. So after this, so now what you have done, you have drawn the isometric position of the outer box that you have enclosed. So now you draw a diagonal A to C, you join a line. So this is the first step that you have to do it. Next, as I have told, it is a 4 center method. We'll find out the 4 center, and then from that as the center, we'll try to draw the ellipse, because the circle in the isometric position, it looks like an ellipse. So next step, how to draw it, let me explain here. From point D, before going further, for this entire the isometric position of your square, whatever you have drawn here, you find out the midpoint of all this sides. A to D midpoint, you mark it. A to B midpoint, B to C midpoint, and D to C midpoint, you mark it first. After that, from point D, you draw a line till it meets the midpoint of AB. Similarly, from point D, you draw a line to the midpoint of BC, and similarly from point B, you draw a line till it meets the midpoint of AD, and from point B, draw a line till it meets the midpoint of DC, like this. After this, so I need to identify which are those 4 points so that I can draw the ellipse. So these two intersection point, I can call it as the 1, and these two intersection point, I can call this as the 2, and point D, I can call this as the point 3, and point B, I can call this as the point 4. It's a 4 center method. So after identifying these 4 points, what I have to do is, so let me explain the next slide. So from B as the center, from the beginning I will start. From B as the center, either this 4 or 3 are the radius, because this distance is same. From B to 4 and B to 3 distance is same. You take your compass, from B as the center, B to 3 or B to 4 as the radius. From here you draw an arc from here to here. Just observe the cursor. So one arc you have completed. Similarly, from point D, D to 6 or D to 5 as the radius, D as the center. Look at the cursor. 6 to 5 like this. You draw one more arc like this. 2 arcs are completed. So now the third point, I will take this as the this intersection point as the center. This intersection point as the center I will take, and now from this 2 to 4 or 2 to 6 as the radius. From 2 you draw an arc from 4 to 6 like this. Okay, so this is the third step. And the fourth step, so from this fourth point as the center, 1 to 3 or 1 to 5 as the radius. So you draw an arc from 1, like 3 to 5 you draw an arc. A perfect ellipse you're going to get like this. Once again I'll repeat this 4 center method. So first you draw the diagonal AC, correct? After that, from D, you draw a line till it meets the midpoint of AB. From point D, once again, you draw the line till it meets the midpoint of BC. Similarly, from point B, you draw a line till it meets the midpoint of AD. And from point B, once again, you draw a line till it meets the midpoint of DC. The intersection of these two lines, you identify point 1 and this is the point 2. Since it is called 4 point, so this is 1.1, this is 0.2, and I can call this as a 0.3 and 0.4. So let me start here how to draw the ellipse. So I'll take the 0.1. So in the serial order only we'll go 0.1, 1 to 3 and 1 to 5 as the radius. Any distance you can take. You draw an arc from your compass from 1 as the center. You draw an arc from 3 to 5. That's all. Okay. Now the point 2. You take this point 2 and 2 to 4 or 2 to 6 as the radius. You draw an arc from 4 to 6 or 6 to 4. So like this, you can draw the arc from here to here. Now, if I call this as the third point, the B. So B as the center and B to 4 or B to 3 as the radius. From B, you draw a one more arc like this. Observe the cursor here with the help of your compass. Similarly, from the fourth point D, D to 6 or D to 5 as the radius, you draw an arc from D 6 to 5 like this. All the 4 arcs, if you complete a perfect ellipse, you can find like this. So this how the circle. So we have to draw the isometric projection. In all the 4 positions, if you draw it, it will look like this. You can see all the 4 positions also, the 3 positions also you can try. So you're going to get like this. Okay, so with this, almost all the planes we have completed. That is 2-dimensional object we have completed. So started with triangular, the lamina, square lamina, rectangular lamina, pentagon lamina, hexagon lamina, and the circular lamina we have completed. Okay, so now let me take the one more the next the topic. So that is we'll go for the isometric projection of the solids. So solids in detail I'll explain when I come to the solids chapter. Okay, solid is a 3-dimensional object. So as of now, till your orthographic projection of the planes, or as of today's class, we have discussed only the 2-dimensional object. That is the object which has got only the length and breadth. The thickness we have neglected for our the discussions. Okay, a solid is a 3-dimensional object. So it has got not only the length and breadth, and even it has got the thickness also. This is called as the solid. So if I once I come to the solid chapter, once again in detail I'll give you the information. And prism that you're going to discuss today. Prism is also one type of solid where it has got the 3 dimensions as such, length, breadth, as well as the height. So the first example is very simple. So it is a cube I have taken. So cube is also a solid. And what is the speciality of the cube in the sense? It is also called as the cube. One more the technical name for this, hexahedron. Why it is called hexahedron cube means hexa means 6. 6 similar faces you are going to get in case of your the cube. That's why it is also called as the hexahedron. In cube, for the solids, let me tell you, before starting the isometric equation of the solids, first we need to write the top view and front view for our the purpose. So easy for us to draw the isometric position. So if I consider the cube is given, we have to draw the isometric position of the cube of 50 millimeter side. Why 50 millimeter side is given? Because height is also same for the cube. So all the three dimension, length, breadth as well as height is also same 50 millimeter it is given. A cube, if it is looking from the top side, it looks like a square, correct? A cube which is seen from the front side, then also it looks like a square only. So that's why you draw the top view and front view like this for even the solids also. So that is what I have written here. Draw one line, xy line here, small line, which I have not drawn here. Draw the top view, it looks like a square, and the corresponding points you projected here. Draw the vertical projectors and construct the front view also. This is your xy line. Okay, so front view also look like a square only of 50 millimeter. So after drawing this front view and top view, for my consideration, I can call this as the A, B, C, D, the bottom face and top face. I can call it as a 1, 2, 3 also. So in solids in detail, we'll discuss that. For here only for your and all the 4 points you can name it. 1, 2, 3, 4 are A, B, C, D have taken. So now I'll draw the isometric position for the cube. So first, so I'll draw a 30-degree line as usual. I'll draw a 30-degree line as usual. So let me show this slide. Show. I'll draw a 30-degree line like this. I'll take any one point on this. I'll draw a horizontal line like this and draw the. I'll take this any one point. I'll call this as the any one point. A point I have taken here. Now you draw 30-degree line on either side like this. After drawing this 30-degree line on either side, you take A to B or B to C because it's a square. All the four side dimensions are same. You take 50 millimeter, convert that into isometric scale. From A as the center, you cut this 30-degree line, and from A as the center, you cut this 30-degree line. You're going to get B and D here. So after this, how to complete this square? From D, you draw a parallel line to AB or 30-degree line right side. From B, you draw a 30-degree line left side or parallel line to AD. Wherever these two lines intersect, you call that as the C. So the bottom of your cube is completed now. So I have to complete the isometric version of the cube. Now, so what is the height of the cube actually? So length and breadth I have drawn here. Height is also same. So that is the height is also 50 millimeter only. So that means what I have to do, from all the points from A, B, C, D, you take the isometric scale of the 50, the same thing with the help of your the compass. You draw a line, vertical line first from all the 4 points A, B, C, D, and then cut isometric scale of 50 millimeter. So like this, let me show you. See, from point A, you draw a line, vertical line, which is equal to the isometric, the scale. From point B also, you draw a vertical line, and cut isometric scale. And point C also, you draw a vertical projector line and cut the isometric scale of 50. And point D also, you draw the vertical projector line and then cut this vertical line with the same the dimension. So you call the corresponding points as the 1, 2, 3, 4, just for your reference. A to 1, B to 2, D to 4, and C to 3. That height should be a common, that is equal to the isometric scale of your the cube, that is the height 50 millimeter. Once you get this 4 points, you join all the 4 points, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 1. So you will going to get the isometric position of the cube. Or else one more method of how to draw this. So after completion of this, let me teach you here. After completion of this, what you have to do? You draw the vertical projector from here till it meets the C. or else, so you take a vertical projector you can draw and take isometric 50. From this point you draw 30-degree line on either side like this, or else the parallel to this and this line. Afterwards you can draw the vertical line here. Wherever it cuts that, so you're going to get these 2 points like this. See, from here you draw vertical projector from which is equal to the isometric the 50. Now you can draw the 30-degree line this side, 30-degree line this side, are parallel to this, parallel to this. After that, you draw the vertical projector from here. Wherever it meets this line, so you're going to get these 2 points. After that, you draw 30-degree line this side and 30-degree line this side, are parallel to this, are parallel to this. You're going to get this face. So both the methods I taught you. First method, which one I taught you? After getting ABCD, from all the 4 points A, B, C, D, you draw a vertical projector that is equal to the isometric scale of 50. After getting those points, you name those points as the some other name. 1, 2, 3, 4 I have taken. A, B, C, D, bottom I have taken. The top the points I am taking it as the 1, 2, 3, 4. After getting these points, join all the points 1, 2, 3, 4. So your isometric projection of the cube is ready. So now in isometric projection, there are 2 methods which are followed. Okay, the visible edges and the hidden edges. So we have discussed this in the first the introduction class. Okay, different types of the lines we were discussing. In isometric projection, what it says, we have to highlight only the visible edges with the thick line. The hidden edges can be shown with the dotted line, or else we can remove it. So here only the visible edges have made it thick line, which we can go into see, whereas this and these 3 lines we cannot see. Either we can retain it with the hidden edges, a dotted line, these 3 line, or else we can erase it. Okay, only the visible edges we can show it. Okay, for individual solids and all, so hidden edges, the dotted edges you can use it. Once we come to the combination of the solids, then only the visible edges only we will retain. Rest of the lines will try to erase it. Okay, so this is how we have to complete the isometric projection of the cube. Exactly, it look like this. So this is a 3-dimensional the view of your the cube. If it is drawn in isometric projection, it looks like this. So the same principle, same method is used for rest of the solids also. One by one, let us discuss. The second example which I am giving, it's a draw the isometric the projection of the square prism of side of base 30 millimeter and height 50 millimeter. Okay, so square prism. So square, why it is called square prism? So it has got square faces on either side, top as well as the bottom, and height of the prism is 50 millimeter. That is what it is given. When you will going to get the cube, when your square prism will become a cube, when the height is also same as that of the side of the base, then it becomes the cube. That's all. So square prism. So 30 millimeter side is given and height is 55 millimeter it is given. So as usual, when you see from the top, the square, it look like a square in the top view, and whereas when you see from the front side, so it look like a rectangle of 30 by 55. So you draw a XY line and below that you draw a top view, it look like a square. You name it as ABCD or whichever you are comfortable. And front view, it look like a rectangle. 30 by 55 is the height. That height you can see in the front view. You draw this, see top view as well as the front view for your reference. Now, first you draw the horizontal, the isometric position for the base of your the prism. A prism always it has got the top face and bottom base. So you can see. So first we have to draw the isometric position for the base first, and then at the end, after taking the height, we have to draw the isometric position for the top face also. First, let me take the square. As usual, draw the horizontal line like this. Take any one of the point, call that as the A, and this is almost similar to your cube only just now whatever we have drawn. Only thing is height we have to take 55. That is the only change here. I'll take point A and I'll draw 30 degree on either side of this point A, and I'll take 30 millimeter isometric scale of this 30 millimeter, and I'll cut on either side of this 30 degree line, and I'll call that as the B and D point. Now after getting B and D, from D point I'll draw a parallel line to AB or 30 degree line right side. From B I'll draw a parallel line to AD or 30 degree line left side. Wherever these two lines intersect, you call that as the C. The bottom portion of the square prism is done. So now height we have to take. What about the height of the prism which is given? 55. You convert this 55 into isometric scale. From all the 4 points A, B, C, D, you draw a vertical projector line like this. That vertical projector line, you cut isometric scale of 55 millimeter. Draw a vertical line from all the 4 points such that is equal to the isometric length of 55 millimeter like this. Next, see, draw a vertical line from all the 4 sides like this, which is equal to the isometric scale of 55 millimeter, and name all the 4 points 1, 2, 3, 4 in the corresponding the way I'm naming it for my reference. So after naming it 1, 2, 3, 4, you join 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 1. So this completes your the isometric projection of your square prism. So here also what I told for the previous example, we have to retain only the visible edges of the prism in the isometric projection. The hidden edges are the edges that we cannot see. So we have to retain it either in terms of the hidden edges, or else we can remove those edges. So the square prism will look like this. Only this complete top face you can see. For the square prism bottom face, the side only half of that you can see. These two edges that we cannot see. That's why. So either you maintain this with the hidden edges dotted line, or else we can erase it. For so still you are at the beginning stage. You retain this with a hidden edges, that is a dotted line, and this the vertical press you can see, but whereas this you cannot see, which is behind you. Okay, so that's why this line also from here to here you have to make it hidden edges. So this how exactly the square prism will look like. Okay, so the same procedure holds good for the rectangular prism also. So only thing is the rectangular the prism, the opposite sides are equal. Okay, almost your cube, square prism, rectangular prism, the isometric projection, the method remains same. There is no much difference. So what it is given? Draw the isometric projection of a rectangular prism of side of base 50 by 40 millimeter. That is the base side, and height 75 millimeter is given. So let me draw a XY line and draw a top view. So 50 by in the top view, the rectangle will look like a the rectangular prism in the top view look like a rectangle of 50 by 40. Draw it. You can call it as ABCD, and the front view will look like a one more rectangle which is 50 millimeter by 75 millimeters, because 75 millimeter is the height. Height you can see in the front view. So this is your front view. After drawing this front view and top view, now right side you draw a horizontal line, and that you take any one of the point on the horizontal line. I'm taking this point A, and then draw a 30 degree line on either side of this point A. After drawing that, A to B, if you want to draw here, take isometric scale of 50 millimeter. From this A as the center, you cut it. Call that as the B. Now A to D distance is 40. You take isometric the scale of this 40 millimeter. From A as the center, you cut this 30 degree line. So you're going to get D also. So how to get the C point? From point D, you draw a parallel line to this AB, or else right side you draw the 30 degree line. From point B, draw a parallel line to AD, or else draw 30 degree line left side. Like wherever these two lines intersect, you can call that as the C. So now the bottom portion of the your rectangular prism is ready. So only thing is I have to give a height for that, and top face I have to join. I'm going to get the your isometric projection of the rectangular prism. So after this, from all the 4 points, you can draw a vertical projector which is equal to the height of the rectangular prism. What is the height of the rectangular prism? It is 75 millimeter. You convert this into isometric scale into 0.816 and draw the vertical projectors like this. You draw a vertical projector from all the 4 points like this, and which is equal to the isometric scale of 75 millimeter. Once you do this, you call these points as the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have not marked here. You mark it as the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you join this 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, as well as 4 and 4 to 1 like this. So your isometric projection of the square prism is done. Now we have to retain the visible edges, and we have to remove, or we have to show the hidden edges with the dotted lines. So this how it looks at the end. So here, always in the isometric position, top face of all the solids you can see. The top face completely you can see, and bottom face only these two. The edges you can see, these two edges you cannot see. Either you can represent with the hidden edges, or else you can remove it. Similarly, the longer edges, this and this and this, you can see. You cannot see this one. Okay. So like this, your the 3 dimension of your rectangular prism will look like this. Okay. So next, the example which I will going to take. So that is the isometric projection of the pentagon prism. Okay. So in pentagon prism, so here also the side of the pentagon is given 30 millimeter, and height is given 60 millimeter. The height is given 60 millimeter. So here also same thing. First you take the XY line like this, and below that the pentagon prism look like a pentagon only in the top view. When you see from the top, so it look like a pentagon only. You draw a pentagon first like this. Draw a pentagon of 30 millimeter, which are shown in the different color, red color. I'll call that as the A, B, C, D, E. Okay, fine. So after this, I have to enclose this with the help of the box, because we have to use a box method for this. Got it? So you know how to enclose this pentagon inside the box. From E, draw horizontal projector on either side. From D, you draw vertical projector on either side. From this point, okay, you can draw C point. You can draw the horizontal projector on either side. From here, you can draw the vertical projector on either side. Wherever these projectors will meet, okay, you're going to get a box. The box, the naming I have done it as KLMN. Okay, similarly, the front view, how to draw the vertical projectors from all the points here. And what is the height is given here? 60 millimeter. So in front view, it look like a rectangle, 60 by this dimension. And this edge, you can see, you can mark this. This is axis. So in detail, we'll discuss when I come to the projection of solids chapter. So after completing this top view and front view, so now let me start the isometric projection of the pentagon prism. Let me start with the base first. So I'll draw a horizontal projector line, like this as usual. I'll mark any one point on that, and I'll call that as the box L or M, whatever it is you can call. L I have taken. Draw a 30-degree line on either side like this. After that, you have to measure L to M distance and L to K distance, and convert that into isometric scale. L to M distance you take, convert that into isometric scale. L as the center, you cut this right side 30-degree line and call that as the M. Okay. Similarly, so L to K distance you take, convert that into isometric scale. From L as the center, you cut this left side of the 30-degree line. You call this as the point K. After this, from K, you draw a parallel line to LM or 30-degree line left side, right side. From M, you draw a parallel line to LK or 30-degree line left side like this. Wherever these two lines meets, that is your N. So now I have drawn the isometric projection for the outer box first. So now I have to identify this A, B, C, D, E 5 points within this the box, and I need to get the pentagon here. So how to do it? So in the planes we have done this. K to A distance you take, convert that into isometric scale K to A. You mark that as the A. L to B and K to A distances are same. You can take together. L to B distance, convert that into isometric scale. L as the center, you cut this line. That is B you are going to get. L to C and K to E distances are same. You can take any one distance. So L as the center, convert that into the distance and cut this. You are going to get C. K as the center, same distance you can cut. You are going to get the E. After this, N to D distance you take, convert that into isometric scale. N to D, you cut this here. After getting it, all the 5 points you join it. A, B, C, D, E. So this shape, whatever you are getting, so this is the isometric position of your base of your pentagon prism. Once you get this, so immediately the same procedure you can follow it. What is that procedure? From all the 5 point A, B, C, D, E, you draw a vertical projector from all the 5 points. That vertical line should be equal to the height of your prism, that is isometric length of 60 millimeter. Convert that into isometric scale. You draw the vertical projectors like this. See, from all the points you draw the vertical projectors. That vertical projector length should be, height should be equal to the isometric length of your the height 60 millimeter. So all the 5 points will going to get, name that as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then join it continuously like this. Once you join this, so your the isometric version of this pentagon prism is ready. So here also only the visible edges we have to retain. The hidden edges we have to show either in the terms of hidden edges, that is dotted edge, or else we can remove it. So this is how it looks. You can see here. So always the top face is seen in the isometric version because we are tilting it in this way. Okay, the complete top face of your pentagon you can see. Bottom face only outermost boundary lines you have to consider. This and this I can see. The remaining 3 base edges we cannot see. That you have to put it in hidden edges. The longer edges 1, 2, 3 you can see. These 2 you cannot see. You have to put it. These 2 also as hidden edges, or else you can erase it. So this how your the pentagon prism is done. So today you complete these exercises. So this is enough, I think. Okay. So next class the 2 more the prisms we'll discuss. That is, one is hexagon prism we'll discuss. The same the procedure you have to